So then what does that installation process look like if someone is interested? You guys, you said you provide the equipment, or how long does it take, or what does that look like? How difficult is it to get the equipment?
We're going to oversee all of that for the proprietor. They simply just have to say they want to be in a network. Now, there's some qualifiers. This is an advertising network. So therefore, the phase one deployment is going to be in our larger market, the top 60 DMAs. Yep. We'll be looking at, and then also the center size comes into play there, but a significant number of our members fall in the qualifying category. So all they simply have to do is go to Bowling Center TV and bowlingcentertv.com and just fill in their information and say that they're interested. Jay, who you mentioned earlier, works with me. Jay will reach out and contact them. We'll have a few questions. And then the next phase of this is going to be getting them to sign a non-binding agreement that says that they want to reserve their place in line and to be a part of the network. And then now we're moving into the phase of this where we're going to be actually having an installation agreement signed, which says that they agree to have one of the Cisco techs come into their center. And a lot of centers have similar layouts, but many are unique. And so there's not just one cookie cutter, a site map that we're going to install, but we're going to go in and look at the center, how the traffic flows in the center. Is there high traffic areas around their restaurant and bar area? Is there a arcade area that gets a lot of traffic? And then the tech will then map out a kind of a site map of where the screens will be. The proprietor has veto rights on where they want their screens to be. Sure. Then once that agreement is, once that site map is agreed upon, then what they are then put in the queue for the actual installation. And that is coming in. Our center is certainly very used to having screens dropped from their ceilings. And it's not anything that's uncommon for a center. So it'll be scheduled at a non-disruptive time. We're not going to disrupt their business hours, coming in maybe the morning hours or times where they're not disrupted. And then the installation will probably be on average about 13 screens per center, depending upon the size.
Next question.
6 to 8 lane beds will have a pair of screens that are mounted from the ceiling down, going both directions, maybe down the concourse. We're not going to necessarily be taking up any of the real estate above the approach, because that's already devoted to scoring and entertainment, their own scoring and entertainment. But we're flexible. We can do in-wall mounts. We can do around the front desk area and then around other high traffic areas. So it's really going to be, each center will have input into how the installation takes place in their center. So very sensitive to that.
Okay. And now, how many are you in centers now, or you're still building the list? Is it been installed?
We're still building the list. We haven't gone into an installation phase yet. That's coming up in the latter part of the year, early part of 2023. We undoubtedly will have some supply issues in getting that number of screens, but we're pleased to hear that's easing up, and the flow is going to be better. So we should be able to deploy the screens in probably late fourth quarter or early first and second quarter 2023.
Hey, did you like this video? Great. We make 5 of them a week. Subscribe to get more and to keep learning about what's working in the bowling industry. I'll talk to you then.